Ooh, ooh, ooh. Boy, oh boy. What a game. What a game, people. Listen, match reaction Middlesbrough 3, Leeds United 4. We go into second, and listen, we'll get into that in just a bit. But what a game today. What a game. Usually the first half have been a bit tough, especially since we come back from international break. But look, if you're a neutral or on the winning side, that was a good game today. Full of mistakes, little on quality, but look, we hung on in the end, and that's what we did. We've got the important thing, which is the 3 points, but we will, of course, talk about some of the bits of the game. But yeah, Leeds United get 3 points, and it's nice. It's good to get that. It's good to get that. There's been a lot of doubt. There's been a lot of worry from the fan base, including myself. I put myself in that bracket too, and it was nice to see them after a what near 9 day break go out and get a positive result. And it could have easily gone the other way today, easily as well. But we've done the important thing, puts us in good stead ahead of QPR on Friday. We get 3 points at QPR. Oh my God, the pressure on Ipswich then is tremendous. And if they then go up after that, fair play to them. But the pressure is now on Ipswich. Um, yeah, Leedsy. Yeah, Leedsy. I mean, it was, wasn't it, man? It was so Leedsy, going down, going 2-1 up, and you're thinking, all right, man, let's keep control. But now we just couldn't do that today. Couldn't do that, yeah. Oh, Lewis, we've had heart issues. We've had those already. Nathan, I'm a nervous wreck. Honestly, I was looking around. I was getting ready to come on when it was 4-2. And then I heard, as I was going out the door, I heard, oh, and it's gone over Millie. I went, huh? I had to look back at the TV. I was like, oh no. I was like, no, 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 please, no. I'm just glad. I'll just say this. I'm glad that they got that goal when they did, because I was having feelings when they were having a lot of possession in the second half. If they had that goal at say 71 minutes, I think it may have been a different result tonight. I do. But listen, we will get into that, of course. Um, let's have a look. Never make it easy. Never make it easy for us. And that's why I think winning at QPR on Friday is too easy as well. But yeah, listen, I had this down as a draw today just because of the form of us and Middlesbrough, the way they've been playing. But look, we've got the 3 points there. I'm glad they proved everyone wrong that thought they were gonna, lose, draw. They've got the important thing, which is the 3 points. Um, Nate Melia should get sacked tonight. We'll talk about him, man. Russ here. Russ, shout out to you, Russ. You're in the house live. Manic, but got the win. Get in there, bring on QPR. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling now, Russ. This one is almost in the rearview mirror for me now. I'm looking at QPR now and I'm thinking, get the 3 points there. Do you know how big that is to make Ipswich go to Hull City on the next day with us having such a good point difference? It means everything. Um, positionally, positionally, oh man. Yeah, he is. Latte's having a good season, man. He's hot, man. He's hot. Jason here. Thank God for that one. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, man, I'm good, man. I hope I'm good. I hope everyone else is good, feeling good, smelling good. You know the vibes, people. Of course, I haven't even done the housekeeping, man. Been so amped up by this goal, by this game. But yeah, listen, please, if you haven't already, please hit a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, of course, drop your thoughts and comments below. If they're sensible, I'll say that as well. Um, Jim, Firpo was instrumental in two of our goals. He was, but boy, he was, you know, at fault for probably at least one. Then, and that's what you get in this division with Firpo, isn't it? Look, let's get the team up. Let's get the team up. That's what you get with Firpo, isn't it? You get the good attacking play in this league, and I have to make that clear in this division. I'm sorry, not Premier League. In this league, he's going to go forward, and he does really well. But defending, oh my God, he's got no awareness, people. He has got no positional awareness. It's scary to watch Junior Firpo try and defend. But going forward, I mean, he put that one on Bamford. Listen, Bamford, the bookies are missing the trick with Bamford. They need to put out like some odds on what body part he's going to score with next. Elbow, thigh, chest. Listen, Bamford is as awkward looking as he does score goals, man, apart from his goal of the season. Just off the thigh and in. I don't care how to go in. I said that streams ago with Bamford. If he's going to play, which I knew he was going to play today, then just score. I don't care if it goes off your backside, do it. But the ball in from Firpo was brilliant. But going the other way, he's scary, people. He's absolutely scary. Cloud Dizzle, praise the Lord, Cage, you buzzing, yeah. Yeah, Lewis, too much ball watching on defense. Yeah, listen, we've given the defense a lot of credit this season because, especially from January, because they've been brilliant. They have. But obviously, since the international break, that's not the case. We've been conceding at a larger clip. They even put up the graphic and said at this before the game started, we conceded more goals. The defense isn't as strong. Melier is not making as many saves as he did before, even though he's having to do very little before as well, by the way. So that has gone down a bit, but yeah, it's a shame that it's not looking as strong as it was between January and March. I was saying today, look, when we go up in games between January and March, I felt we was going to win. I had no sweat. I was calm. I was cool. I knew I was coming on here to talk about a win, but yeah, since the international break, I'm not as confident with this team at this point in time. But listen, it's the same for everyone. We are not alone in that. And I always say, look at your own house, but you look at everyone else's results. If we were that bad, we would not be in the second place right now. We would be out of sight in third or fourth, but we're not. Southampton lost again. People will talk about Southampton going past us. They lost against Cardiff. I mean, Cardiff have done us a couple of favors this season. Actually, shout out to Cardiff, man. Not sure about that Emiliano Sala whole lawsuit though, but shout out to them for the results. But look, if it was as plain sailing as it was that, I always get, you're always going to get the ones that I don't know get some kind of joy out of Leeds failing. They kind of support the club, but they want to be right about the worst possible scenario. If it was as bad as people were saying it was, we wouldn't be in second place as we speak right now. We wouldn't be. We're faltering. Leicester faltered. Ipswich have faltered. Southampton have now taken a falter with one of their games. They've got Leicester away tomorrow. It's not going to be easy for anyone, people. I genuinely rather play class and listen. Yeah, I mean, listen, talk about Millier today. I'm not going to put too much on him for the third goal, surprisingly. I think people might be surprised with that, but I felt like it was a smart header. I think that was more defensive lapse than anything because your defenders really should be clearing that. I guess if there's one thing you'd say about Millier, should he have been that far out of his goal? And that's a fair assessment. But I thought the header was real smart from Latte. Really good. But the what was it? The second one? Was it the second goal? Which is the one that went straight at him and he palmed it in? It was like watching him in the Premier League. But yeah, I saw a lot of people getting on Georginio for losing the ball, and that's fair. He lost that very easily. But there was another phase of play before that. Defense was poor. Defense was absolutely, woeful. And then the shot was straight at him, and he's putting a palm into it, into the corner. It was poor goalkeeping. But that's been the problem. In that period between January and March, he was well protected, wasn't seeing many shots. All the stats are there, people. If you don't believe me, go look at the stats. They will back up what I'm saying. When he was heavily protected, he was doing well because he was being protected by a very good defense and very good solid defensive partnership in midfield with Kamara and Gruev. But since the international break, man, he looks shaky as hell. I don't trust him. I just don't trust him. Haven't for a while, but I know that there's in this fan base, you can't say anything against Mille because he's one of the Bielsa guys. So, no slander on his name, but he should have done better with one of those shots. Not the third one. I'll give him a pass for that one. Thought it was a smart header. But that one that's straight at him, come on, man, you got to save that. That looked like just another average championship goalkeeper. But newsflash, he is. He is that. He has been that all season long. J Dog Millie hasn't been good enough for 2 years for me. Yeah, and listen, I've been a big fan of Elan Millier, and people know that. So this isn't me that's just turned on him, but I go with evidence. I'm not a player FC guy, never will be. I have idols that I know in real life. I have people that I look up to in real life. I don't need a footballer to be my hero. So it's never going to be play FC for me. It's always going to be Leeds United, and I do worry if we do go up, which let's do that first. If we have him and the number 9 as the tail end in the Premier League, we might as well not bother. But look, Melier, problem today, but look, we got the 3 points today. Speaking of the number 9 today, Bamford, I knew he was going to come back in today, but I actually thought he did pretty well today overall. And my bar for him isn't very high, so I don't know what that means to you. But I think Bamford overall today played okay. He actually won a couple of his pace duels today. He didn't get outpaced by everyone, which was good to see. He was a bit of a nuisance. He did hold it up a few times today, where it hasn't been that case in previous games when he's played. So listen, again, giving Bamford his credit today. I actually thought he did well. And again, his finish, you don't expect anything different from him. He scored with his elbow this season, his knee. What was it today? His thigh and chest. Look, it was a good outing for Patrick today, and he will be trusted again against QPR. Do the same again. I'm not going to keep on banging the whole Joseph thing. He didn't even get on a sub today, so it's almost like a waste of breath. But if Bamford's going to give you that for the remaining two games, and then we bid adios in the summer, cool. Thank you, mate. Thank you. Ali here saying Bamford's overall game was good today. Held the ball up well. Good link up play, and he got a goal. Exactly. Can't ask any more than that. And that's all I ask for, people. You know, I don't want to be wrong. I actually, when he plays, I want him to prove me wrong. I want him to do something worthwhile, which he hasn't been doing. But today, he did. He did. Ravi Melier though, what's up with him? SSJW will think Melier will ever catch a ball. Yeah, just a couple of times, and this is what I talk about when people defend him so much. And I do believe it's just Leeds fans that don't watch other teams play. I do believe that because there's no way you can be looking around football, seeing goalkeepers that are just real men, and I mean real men in goal, command the box, punch things with distance, catch the ball, lay on it for a bit. You know, I mean, real men, real soldiers in there, and think that Melier is the best that we can do. There's just no way you're doing that if you're a football fan. You must just only watch Leeds United. And if you do, that's fine. That's okay. That just shows the depth of your knowledge of the game. But there are goalkeepers out there that will make what he does look just so much easier. I saw that one. Can't save a Word document. Tremendous. No. SJ saying almost had a meltdown when Paddy picked up the ball for a pen. No, we've been here before. He knows Somerville's the taker. It's just that whole thing, isn't it? To get the players away from the penalty taker, let the taker take it and do his thing. Somerville today, much better. It's unfortunate for Nanto today because I know he didn't score, and I don't even think he got an assist. But I actually thought that Nanto was our best forward tonight. I don't know if anyone else agrees. I think maybe the goals will maybe cloud that, but I thought Nanto was a threat all the time when he got the ball. And it's a shame actually that he was on that side because I don't know if you guys noticed for Middlesbrough that Dyke Steele, oh God, he was playing for us tonight. He was awful for Middlesbrough. No control. The ball was just bouncing off him. There was a period in the second half when they were started the half and was keeping the ball. They kept the ball. It got to him, just rolled over his foot and went out of play. He was awful. I was actually sad when Dyke still went off the pitch because he was an asset to us on the pitch. Oh, yes, he did score. He did score. Of course he did. My bad, people. Yes, I forgot Willie scored the goal. Of course he did. Well, in that case, then you won't forget because I certainly did. Tremendous. Yes, I've got it now. Scored. But yes, that is true, Keith. That's what I was going to say, actually. In the midst of my this game's just been bananas, though, man. Forgive me, but yes, that goal was definitely offside. But look, that's why we don't have to worry about VAR in this division. Yeah, that's what I mean, Jared. Man, it was an offside goal. That's what. That's why it didn't properly register for me because I did think, oh, of course that would be offside, but of course it wasn't. I mean, you saw in the cup semi-final with Coventry and Man United, it was a toenail, people, toenail. Willie Nanto was at least 3 yards offside. I don't know how they didn't get that. Actually, you saw on the replay that the linesman was well behind the play. Listen, it goes in your favor. It goes in your favor. Look, we've had them against us. We've had a few in our favor this season, so we can't complain about that. Yeah, Kelvin, we were owed one. Yeah, we were owed one. Of course, we were. Marvin, thought on Rutter's performance. Look, Georginio's been struggling since he's had the operation. I'm not going to even defend him with that. But we even see today with Georginio, as much of he was involved in the loss of the one where Melier should have saved it. He was involved in 2 of the goals for us tonight. Whether it was winning the penalty for Somerville, or if it was in the build-up where Firpo, him, and was it Somerville? Yeah, Somerville put it in for the 4th. So, Georginio is giving you still, numbers on the board. But yeah, the performance is him keeping the ball. It has gone off the boil a bit. But listen, he's had a hernia surgery. He's not playing at 100%. No chance. absolutely no chance. But look, he's still giving you numbers, and that's what he gives you in this division. The commentator actually made a great point today. It's something I've said over and over, but you saw Middlesbrough had a lot of the ball up until we scored that fourth goal, but it's moments, it's individuals in this division that are getting us out of that will get us out of this because we didn't deserve that goal. Middlesbrough had all the play, they were trying their best to break through. We then go on a counter, and because we have someone like Somerville in our team, that gives you the advantage, and we took advantage of that. Um, he was holding his ribcage. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I think maybe at the end of the season, we'll probably find out just how hurt he is. But listen, I'm not defending him for his performances because at the end of the day, he's still going out there, he's still playing. But I would say, as frustrating as it is that he loses the ball at times, he's still being involved in our most important things, which is giving us goals. Oh, Dan James damages wrist. Yeah, yeah, I saw that at the end. Yeah, yeah. Um, Kenneth Furpo was class today. You mean going forward, right? You mean going forward. Um, let's have a look here. Jared, QPR safe. Ooh, actually, I don't know. I don't usually venture down that far in the table, but let me go there for you people. Either way, whether they're safe or not, we should have enough motivation for this game. Right, let's have a look. I'll put this up now. 44, 50 points. I would say that they're safe. I would say that they're safe, Jared, and everyone else. Wouldn't you? 2 games to go, 50 points. Birmingham 46, Huddersfield 44. You'd think that they're safe, right? I mean, if these teams down the bottom were as good as they were, they'd be able to string wins in a row. I don't see them doing that, but hey, I think they're safe anyway. So we've got all the motivation to go there. We had it anyway. We're second in the table, going up automatically. We want to avoid the playoffs. Okay, we want to avoid the playoffs. So this team shouldn't need any more motivation, and we've got the quality in our ranks to beat QPR. But we'll talk about that later, of course. Um, yeah, Jim, I hear you. I hear you. Probably safe, but when safe teams play Leeds, they don't take it easy. Yeah. Yeah. Did anyone else get that today? I mean, Middlesbrough aren't playing for anything, not that I know of, but unless they really just wanted to spoil Leeds United's promotion charge, not sure why the goalkeeper came up twice to get something out of the game when they are slap banging mid-table. Very, very odd. Very odd. Must be that spoiler role that they bet their social media man had something on the in the drafts like, oh, and we've stopped Leeds' promotion trail. So could be something like that. Um, Lee saying we have the worst goalkeeper at the top four. Let me see that. Nah, 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 nah. Listen, no, we don't, Lee. Sorry, we don't. I don't rate Melier, but if there's one keeper I rate less than him, people in the chat know who it is. You know who it is. I don't even have to say his name, but he's not worse than a goalkeeper in this top four. No way. No chance. Um, and even Ipswich, yeah, even Ipswich's goalkeeper isn't that good. They'll need to replace him if they go up. 100%. 100%. They'll need to replace him. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bazoon, he's cheeks. He's so bad. He's so bad. So if you put a gun to my head and said, pick a goalkeeper now, I'm gonna shoot you. Is it Bazunu or Melier? I said, Melier, please. That's how I do it. All right. Yeah, everyone knows it. Everyone knows it, people. All right, I got a couple of super chats. Thank you as well for Mr. P. Thank you for the super thanks. And Mr. P follows up with a super chat. Thank you, Mr. P. A win, but can't afford to play like that in the last 2 games. Farker doesn't want to disrespect teams, so we don't score loads. Come on, Saints. So is that what it is now? Are we looking for Southampton to beat Leicester tomorrow? Now that Southampton lost that game against who did they lose to? Coventry. Cardiff. Are we now looking for Southampton to beat Leicester? Now that would be decent, actually. That would be decent, yeah. William here, shout out to you, Melier. Melier needs to go after this year. So sick of people defending the old guard at all costs. I come here to tell you like it is, KJ. I always appreciate that, William. You do. Yeah, I listen, you know how it is here. We keep it real on here all the time. You know, there's no agenda. The only agenda is to make Leeds United the best football club. And it doesn't happen in one go, but you can help yourself by doing it. You can. And we haven't done that enough over the past couple of years. So yeah, 100%. Whether it's in the Prem or the Championship, because you think about the players that we'd lose if we're in the Championship next season. Please don't let that happen. and the defense is worse than it is now, and we've got Millie in goal, it doesn't bear thinking about what the scores could be in this league. Doesn't. And actually, Middlesbrough kind of adopted that approach today because they were kind of shooting on sight, especially in the first half, and they got 2-on-2 to begin with. But they know what the weakness is. They do know what the weakness is. Parrot House always supporting, man. Parrot House, love you, man. Always supporting the channel like that. Thank you so much. And Ed Tube, thank you for becoming a member. Thank you for becoming a member. Let me say that with my throat clear. Pause. And if you want to become a member of the channel, which helps me out, helps the channel out, please visit the link in the description. It means a lot. Almost up to a good amount of members on the channel. Shout out to all of you. Ali saying, and it'd be a good sale from an FFP perspective, only pay 5 million for him. Yeah, listen, overall, we got our money's worth out of the goalkeeper, and I still do think he actually has the potential to be a real good goalkeeper. I just don't see it being here. And I've got to be honest, I see other goalkeepers that I like. I need somebody who's more of a man in goal. And it doesn't mean that he's got to be old. I do have an older goalkeeper I would absolutely take. I'm talking about just someone with more presence to him. You know, I thought he would have bulked up by now, but he's still the same build as he was a few years ago. Paul here saying big win and breathe over to QPR Friday night. 100%. Thank you for that, Paul. Yeah, listen, it's all on. I don't know, man. I was nervous about tonight, man. And for the first time in quite a few weekends, I was thinking, man, I wish our game was on Saturday. Sunday. It was just one of the. It felt like it took forever to get to this game against Middlesbrough, but now it's out the way and we've got the 3 points. It feels like a little reset. But you know what? As we always say, it doesn't mean anything if we don't follow it up against QPR. We cannot let this go to the last day. And listen, it doesn't mean because we beat QPR, it's all going to be done. But you just hope that with that result, Hull City is still a decent side. Are they? I mean, they've got an outside chance of getting into the top six, very, very slim. But they do their chat. They do themselves a favor if they at least get the 3 points against Ipswich on Saturday. So look, let's put it real. Kind of in our hands. It's not completely in our hands, but we got one hand on it. Yeah, just one hand. Okay. Um, Andy here, shout out to you, Andy. I thought Darlow would be pushing for number one, but he's done nothing since being here. Disappointing signing, really. Yeah, I mean that's for the end of season talk, Andy. But you're absolutely correct, and I mean I've said it before, but I always question players' mentalities when they settle to go from one bench to another. That for me is poor. That just shows that. And listen, get it how you get it. I think someone said that the best job in the world is being the third choice goalkeeper. I agree. But when you're going from Newcastle, and yes, you've been pushed down the pecking order, to then go to a league lower and settle to sit on the bench, I think that's horrendous. Personally, I think it's terrible. I think it's a poor mentality. But yeah, I think we'll probably be sorting that out in the summer again. Yeah, I know he's out. I know he's out. But someone said that we've got the worst goalkeeper in the top four, and I disagree with that because he's still around. But listen, Southampton are probably better off with that. J Dog saying 4 points might be enough, but J Dog, why not another 6 points and just erase all doubt? Unless obviously Ipswich win the remainder of their games. And again, if they do that, fair play to them. But there's twists and turns to come. But let's just make it easy for ourselves and get 6 more points. That would be the best thing. Let's have a look. All of a sudden we're conceding goals. Yeah, listen, it looks nervy to me. I'll be real with you. It looks nervy. There was a big portion of the first half as well. I don't know if anyone noticed where it was Melier, Rodon. They were just passing to each other. They looked a little bit unsure on what to do. It just felt like nerves are coming in, and that is natural. That is natural. We see nerves in our division. We've seen it even in the Premier League. But look, you can only control what you can control. Get the 3 points against QPR. Let's have a look here. And that's it, J Dog. If you think that, then cool. But let's while they're not doing that, let's get the 6 points ourselves, and then Southampton could be a party. Instead of Ellen Road being on an absolute knife edge, let's get promotion sorted by then, and it can be a party atmosphere. How much better would that be? Yeah, I know. I hear you. I hear you. Let me just see. Have I missed something there? No, I didn't miss something there. Okay, let me just get the uh table back up here. While I'm just getting this back up, please hit a like on the video, please, if you haven't done so already. Okay, here we go. Right. So yeah, right, guys. Oh, because I because I left that the team screen. Yes, Archie Gray midfield. Got to say, I think the rest has done him really well. And yeah, he wasn't spectacular by any means. I do think that there's more to come, but he was driving forward a lot more with the ball today, trying to make things happen. That was good to see from Archie today. We needed that. So, shout out to him because he did have a couple of off games, has to be said, but he looked refreshed today and it was good to see. And he liked him getting, Archie Gray is the one that keeps on getting physical with players. I don't know if anyone's noticed. He usually gets pushed off the pitch, usually by the goal, but this time it was by the byline, and he'll stand up for himself. 18, he don't care. He'll stand up to you, man. He was looking like, who the hell are you, man? You know who I am. Yeah, I like that. I do like it when players stand up for themselves. Um, Nah, LUFC Scargill. Can I just watch a league season where I don't have to be on the edge of a heart attack? No, no, we don't get that luxury. Not at this football club. Don't want it. Not at this football club. Cookie in the house. Don't want it to go to the last game of the season. Want it sorted before then. Absolutely, Cookie. That's what we all want. Cookie, listen, Cookie makes it no secret. He works at Ellen Road. He knows how tense that place can be when there's something on the line. You can feel it. You can feel it through the crowd, and the players feel it on the pitch. That's why it's important we get it done before then, please. Um, yeah, Matt saying youngsters nowadays have no respect for the oldies. Love it, Archie. Yeah, I love it. I love how he stands up for himself. Love it, absolutely love it. But yeah, I think that is it, people. Absolutely think that is it. Let me just see anything else. Let me just go back to the team. Yeah, Gruev. Let me just say about Gruev again. Second game in a row. I know the first goal, it was a little bit out of position, but overall in the game, I thought Gruev was again another player that was breaking things up. He was even driving forward at times as well tonight. Gruev looks like he's back to his pre-international, best, if you will. So that is good to see because he also dipped as well after the international break because he picked up an injury as well. But yeah, Gruev back in the groove, if you will. Old joke recycled, but we do it again. But yeah, I think that is it with that one. Show us the table. I swear I just did. I swear I just did. But let me do it again for you. Let me do it again for you because it's a good site today. It's a good site. It'll make everyone go to sleep very happy. Yeah. Desiree, where is Paul Cook? My voice is back now. All right. Allow it. But yeah, there we are. Second place, one place behind Leicester, who play Southampton tomorrow. So I guess that will be one to keep an eye out for. And yeah, listen, we go to QPR next. Come on, guys. Please. 96 points. Surely that's got to be enough. Surely. Michael saying, KG Joseph instead of Peru. No hold up play from Peru at all. But Joseph didn't even get on the game today. On the pitch, he didn't get on. It's almost one of these things now where you kind of get exhausted talking about it because Joseph is literally, it doesn't matter what you think. Bamford scored tonight. He played well tonight. Not taking it away from him. Joseph is the best striker at the club right now. Overall, he's just got everything in his locker. Pace, he holds the ball up. He's got the instincts of a killer up front as well. He's got it all, but he's not getting on the pitch. And I think at this point in time, with Daniel Farker being the stubborn man he is, I think it's kind of by design. Yeah. Mike. Oh, Mike. Let me go up, man. I've got to. Uh Mike here saying obligatory. We're signing Seshko in the summer post. Had to do it, KG. Listen, man, I'm on board with you. If we get to the Premier League, I'd say, yeah, put in 100 million bid and let's go for it. I just don't think it's going to happen, Mike. But look, play football manager, put the edit on, transfer him to Leeds, and you're done. But listen, with Perot, I think it's a mix of this. Keith saying Pero's unfit, but he's not getting much game time. And listen, I go back in the streams. I said with Peru, he'll get that game that he started, but if he doesn't do anything of note, he's out the next game. I knew it. It was obvious. There's just players with certain leashes that are shorter than others. You know what I mean? And that's the way it is in every sport. In fact, it's not just at Leeds United. It's not just in football. But Peru, I do think he's gonna move on in the summer. I don't think it's worked out for him here unless he's gonna try and stick it out for a second year. But I don't know how you'd feel when you've got the crowd that don't believe in you for a start, but more importantly, you've got a manager that don't really believe in you. I don't see why you'd want to stay in that kind of environment. So I do think that Peru will move on, but Joseph is the best striker at the club right now. Really, really. Even looking, again, let me just say this before the Bamford crybabies come out. Bamford played well tonight, but even looking at the highlights before when they showed Middlesbrough beating Leeds and Bamford scoring that hat trick against us. Just looking at him then, Bamford's never been blessed with pace, but his movement in those highlights, he doesn't move anything like that these days. But that was years ago. So and so it's not a surprise, is it? And plus with all his injury history and everything else like that, that's why when we go up, if you're banking on him again, just give your place back to Sheffield United, man. Let them have another go. Mike Parago taught them down to 60 million for Sesko, and we're flying. If we get Sesko, man, that would be unreal. Let me just say that I do have some strikers. I do have a list of strikers I want to see us try and go for, but I'm gonna try and make them realistic. But Mike, I would love Shesko. You know me, you and me, we're big fans of that one. David Joseph might say he wants to leave too. You've always got that. You always run that risk, of course. Um, when players aren't playing, we've seen it before. I mean, look what happened when players wanted to leave on loan when they weren't getting playing time in the Prem. It does happen, and you do run that risk, but you can't gamble that kind of future. Not Mateo Joseph. Look, I'm not saying Mateo Joseph is the be all and end all of strikers. Of course, there's better out there, but while you've got him in your ranks and he's got the potential he has, use him. Just use him. By the way, yeah, let me just get this up as well. Um, little one from LUFC data. Let's have a look. Oh, right, here we are. Oh no, clicked off it. Let me just get this back up. Wah, wah, wah. Here we are. Courtesy of LUFC data. I should be showing it now on the screen. I mean, that tells you something. Somerville becomes the first Leeds player to score 20 goals in a single campaign since Chris Wood. Guys, Chris Wood back in 16-17. And when you've been in this team, especially in the Bielsa area, and you don't get 20 goals, and you're the main man, that's an issue, isn't it? That's an issue. So, yeah. David, would I blame Joseph for asking him to leave? No, no, no blame goes to there. If you're not given the opportunities that you should be getting, or you feel you should be getting, look at Cole Palmer this year. I'm not saying he's going to turn into Cole Palmer, but if Cole Palmer doesn't leave Man City, he's probably getting charity minutes at Man City. He's not getting a lot of game time, but he's blossomed now into one of the best players in the Premier League at this current time. So no, I never blame players for wanting to leave if they're not getting the game time. I don't believe just because they're at the club you support that they should wait for your opportunity. It doesn't work like that, especially in today's game, 2024. No way. It doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. Uh oh, James. Of course he'd want to stay. And again, James, Bamford might want to stay. That's even scarier. Again, I don't have any problem with that. But I would just hope that he'd have the awareness just to say, you know what, I've given this a crack before. It hasn't worked out. Let me go. But at the same time, his contract, if other clubs that come in for him don't pay him the amount that we're paying him, why would you leave? So again, this isn't me just saying Bamford should leave and that is it. The buying club has to also financially compensate him as well as Leeds United have. Will that club do it? Who knows? But if Leeds can then give him a little sweetheart deal on the side and say, yeah, here's the difference, Patrick. See you later. Then cool. But I've always been in the camp of you don't blame the players for the contracts they're given. Blame the club. They should never have got that extension at the time. Should never. But it is what it is. Let me just see. I think two more super chats here. Arinda, this club will be the end of me. Yeah, many times, Arinda. And Mr. P saying, let's all have positive vibes for the Saints. Hum. I don't know what that hum is. Don't know what that hum is. But yeah. David, 75K a year, who would do that? I think it's a week, David, but I know what you're saying. But David, there's a taker for every player in football. That's what agents are paid for. They will find their clients the best possible deal. And whether he doesn't, and look at it another way, if he doesn't get 75 a week, he'll probably get a bigger signing on fee. You know, I don't think we're going to be asking for 30 million for Bamford, do you? So, you know, I think, you know, there are ways, there are always ways to make deals happen, always. Yeah, sorry. Um, yeah, Jack, it's so much better watching KJ after a win. The two losses last week were a vibe killer. Yeah, but I'm realistic. It's not about being a doubt or a moaner. You go with the data that you see. You go with the information and everything that you see. And to I don't know, to put positive vibes on some of the performances we've had since we've come back from this international break. I don't know why. The only thing I've said though is that we're still in it because everyone else keeps tripping up. So yeah, but no, it's always good. It's always good when you win. It's the best. The best streams I've had of when we've won, and the chat is just on good vibes. Absolutely brilliant. It's just that sometimes when we lose, I mean, this week alone, putting out that Calvin Phillips video, the the comment section was it was a cesspool. To put it nicely, it was awful because people have lost their heads. You know, we're not going to finish in the top two and this and that. It makes people lose their heads. So you don't get, you know, sensible conversation out of people when you lose a game sometimes. But yeah, Lewis, are you talking about Zabi Alonso? Is that who you want? Shout out to Leverkusen as well this year, man. Florian Wirtz. You know, Florian Wirtz is somebody I mentioned a couple years ago before he actually had a big injury. And I said, if Leeds can maintain themselves in the Premier League and go after players like Wirtz, it was a pipe dream in the end, wasn't it, man? I got sold a dream by Radrazani and our European 5 seasons talk. Never mind, eh? You live and you learn, eh? You live and you learn. But I think that will be it, people. I'll end with this, Matt. Thanks, KG. Your streams are always the best. Let's go. Yeah. Thank you, Matt. And thank you, everybody else, for joining me. Listen, we've come out 4-3 winners today. QPR up next. Top 2 tonight. Please, Leeds. Please, let's do this. Let's do this and say goodbye to this league. People, if you haven't already, like the video, and I'll see you in the next one, people. Peace out.